Hello everyone and welcome back to Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about a lot of things in this video. CBDCs, the Great Reset. I'll list it as an XRP video so you all get the notifications. This is shocking. Death and destruction. White House records show terrifying Soros influence. The George Soros family has its tentacles deep within the administration of President Joe Biden, and the records show it. Since the start of the administration, Soros' son has visited top officials at the White House 14 times, the New York Post reported. Alexander Soros, a massive Democratic fundraiser who brags about his relationships with world leaders as if he would have gotten them on his own, has had more than a dozen White House visits with top officials in the past 2 years. Now, anytime you see violence happening in this country or crime spiking up all throughout major cities, that's all tied to Soros money. This guy is a very evil person, and he wants to see the U.S. fall. George Soros in 2009, a decline in value of the dollar is necessary. China will be the engine driving it forward, a managed decline of the dollar. It's all going as planned by the evil globalist elites. The Great Reset, CBDC, Agenda 2030, the New World Order. And you can see that playing out in real time right now as country after country breaks away from the US dollar. But it's not just that they're going against the US dollar. Some of our allies are breaking away from us as well. Europe must reduce its dependency on the US. France's president recently said that Europe must reduce its dependency on the United States. In fact, he also asserted that Europe should steer clear of the ongoing conflict between China and Taiwan. In comments published on Sunday, the French president said that Europe should pursue a strategy independent of both Washington and Beijing. Other countries will break away from us as well because we weaponized the dollar for far too long. Iran to reduce U.S. dollar's influence on regional international trade. The global economy is currently witnessing the de-dollarization phenomenon bloom. Over the past few weeks, several nations have steered away from the U.S. dollar. Iran is now the latest one to jump on the bandwagon. The Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council recently said that reducing the influence of the U.S. dollar on regional and international trade will minimize the dominance of the West over the global economy. Now, as country after country does this, at some point the U.S. dollar is going to plummet in value. And when it does, hyperinflation is going to set in the United States. It's just a matter of time. The Great Reset, communist government, and the central bank want to bankrupt the masses with their high interest rates on the fake money that they make from nothing. Cast them out. The theory of communism may be summed up in a single sentence: abolition of private property. Karl Marx said that. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Klaus Schwab said that. Sounds like they both have the same agenda. So JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon says that the government should seize private property to build wind and solar farms. Sounds just like the World Economic Forum. He even goes on to talk about green initiatives. And we know in the future, carbon credits are going to be another tax on all of us. But they always want you to give up your private property while they keep theirs. It's so hypocritical. I believe this to be illegal. A company has no right to seize by eminent domain any private property. To be seized, it must be for public utilities or a roadway. This is illegal. Ford Motor Company has announced a $5.6 billion electric truck and battery plant to be built in rural Tennessee, just west of Memphis. And the state of Tennessee is so willing to bend over backward for the car maker that it's prepared to seize the property of black farmers in order to facilitate Ford's building project. Now, if this is allowed to happen, other companies are going to want to do the same thing throughout the U.S. And they'll get away with it because nobody seems to preventing anything right now. It's just like, oh, whatever. We didn't see nothing. Just look the other way. And that's what's been going on in this country far too long. That's why crime is skyrocketing in the cities. Homelessness is rising all the time. Illegal drug use is also on the rise as well. I mean, we're in a very bad situation in the US. If you look around, it's starting to look more and more like a third world country. Biden admin recruits influencers for possible White House briefing room. Now, this is absolutely ridiculous. So, the White House digital strategy focuses on partnering with influencers from various platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, among others. This move is expected to not only enhance the administration's communication with younger citizens, but also improve its reach to a broader and more diverse audience. Biden will lean on an army of social media influencers, which may get their own briefing room at the White House to target young voters. Let me tell you, the 2024 election is going to be a very important election. A lot of things are going to happen between now and then, and some of those things you're going to want to hope that the next president gets rid of, such as Fednow. You know, on one hand, right now, we have a handful of politicians that want to go back to the gold standard. They want to fix the current economy, the current financial system. On the other hand, you have the administration, the Fed, and the Treasury pushing for a CBDC at the same time. $7 trillion of bank deposits in the United States are uninsured, and we just saw two of the top four banks with the highest percentage of uninsured deposits fail. Yet they want you to believe that the banking system is still fine. It's all good, it's safe. Crypto killed those two banks, not anything else, and they want you to build that trust back. But people aren't that stupid. People are starting to pull their money away from the bank more and more. That's why they have such an anti crypto agenda going on right now. Because I believe a lot of those people are coming to crypto. They voted to FUD industry outrage as White House report slams crypto. The report comes just days after Operation Chokepoint 2.0 was executed on crypto-friendly banks. Now, in here, they tell you how crypto has no value, at the same time, they're pushing for Fednow. They're saying that's the better choice moving forward. But Fednow is a CBDC, but now they're downplaying it. It's just a faster payment system. It has nothing to do with a central or a digital currency. We know that's going to come later. This is like an introduction to a CBDC. Hopefully, it fails right out of the gate, which I believe it's going to. Majority of Americans aren't confident in the safety and reliability of cryptocurrency. Concern among U.S. adults about cryptocurrency is broad, but some groups are more concerned than others. Only 18% are somewhat confident in crypto. Now, here's where we are. We're in the 2% to 4% category. Are extremely confident because we know what's going to come next. We know the green candles are going to show up at some point. It's just a matter of time. But the other 75% are not confident because they're getting fed their information from mainstream media news that crypto's dead. Crypto is only tied to drug use and illicit activity. People need to wake up. Crypto is probably the only thing that's going to save you from hyperinflation. It's also the only thing that can fix the current financial system. And it's going to be a big player in the new financial system if we go in that direction. It's time. World War III. Donald Trump tweeted this out. And right away, everybody went crazy about this. What's coming? What's happening? But I believe we're going to hear rumors of war as time goes on. Then there was this. 39 Chinese jets crossed into Taiwan's air defense zones over the Taiwan Strait median line. Now, this is going to take up the mainstream media news for days. This is going to last at least a week. So what are they trying to keep us distracted from? That's what you really got to ask yourself. Because anytime a story like this pops up, it's meant as a distraction. I don't believe we're going to see nuclear war. We are in a major currency war right now. However, once the US dollar falls, I do believe we're going to have small wars pop up here and there. The US is going to want to keep its dominance over the rest of the world. They're going to want to keep that US dollar, dominant any way they can. But we're crypto investors. We know better. We're holding what's going to make us financially free in the future. I make these videos once in a while because I try to wake people up. I talk to people outside of crypto. And they don't have any clue what Fednow is. They don't have any idea what a CBDC is. They don't even understand the fact that country after country is breaking away from the US dollar. I don't know if these people just don't want to be awake to it, or they just go through their daily routine blind to everything around them. But you got to wake up before it's too late. That's why I make these videos. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.